Before we cross into the unknown, leave a hello in the comments. Even the smallest signal can ripple across galaxies, guiding fellow wanderers to this tale. Let me know you're out there. A voice among the stars, listening with me beyond the veil. Engines roared, tearing open the void as our fleet emerged from exile. For decades, the galaxy believed us dead, forgotten wreckage scattered across burning skies. But they never knew the truth. Humanity was not destroyed. We were betrayed. Our so-called allies turned their fleets against us in the final hours, slaughtering billions while the enemy watched with satisfaction. I remember the screams as Earth burned, the broken transmissions, the silence that followed. They thought it was our end. It was not. It was the beginning. We vanished into shadow, forged in exile. Our soldiers were rebuilt, flesh intertwined with engineered steel, minds sharpened into weapons. Now, we return. The galaxy has grown soft in its peace, complacent in its belief that humanity is only dust. They will learn fear again. They will learn that vengeance has teeth. I, Admiral Kalen Vare, speak not for survival, but for retribution. The traitors who abandoned us will see our fleets rise like phantoms from the dark. Humanity never died. We were waiting. The first sight of our ships unsettles even me. Hulls blacker than void, armor latticed with living alloys that shimmer like obsidian flame. These are not vessels of a desperate species. They are predators. Each cruiser hums with silent power, weapons masked, engines whispering through hyperspace with no trace. We call them the Ghost Fleet. The galaxy will not see us until it is too late. I watch the soldiers, genetically perfected, towering forms standing motionless in their pods. They do not breathe as we do. They do not fear as we once did. Humanity shed weakness in exile. What stands before me are weapons wearing human faces. I should be proud, yet I feel the weight of their silence, the echo of what was sacrificed. When unleashed, these soldiers will not falter. They will remember betrayal as if it happened yesterday. The council chambers of the Galactic Concord once rang with applause as they condemned humanity. I was there, a young captain, forced to watch the vote. Allies raised their hands while our enemies smiled. Their reasoning was simple. Humanity fought too fiercely, too unpredictably. We were dangerous. They feared us more than the enemy itself. So they chose extermination. But extermination failed. In secret, survivors gathered in broken stations on shattered moons. We built sanctuaries far from star charts, places the Concord would never search. Generations grew in silence, forged into soldiers without illusions. Every child was taught the truth. Allies betrayed us, enemies hunted us, and the galaxy erased us. But memory is sharper than steel. That memory is now a blade, ready to cut deep. Reports drift across the Concord's borders, vanished patrols, stations found hollowed, every console still warm, every officer missing. The galaxy dismisses it as piracy. But whispers spread in hushed tones. Ghosts are hunting. The arrogant forget history. They mock humanity as a fable told to frighten children. If only they knew. We watch their fleets maneuver, their weapons outdated, their soldiers soft with complacency. I see it through the fleet's tactical AI. Their defenses are riddled with holes, their strategies predictable. We will not strike yet. Fear must first take root. Let them whisper longer. Let their fear become dread. Then, when they realize the truth, that humanity is back, it will already be too late. Our fleet hovers beyond the star Altheris, cloaked in void light. The target, a conquered supply convoy, escorted by ships that once bore our insignia. Betrayers wearing our colors, daring to fly with pride stolen from Earth's ashes. My blood burns as I give the order. Unleash the ghosts. We fall upon them in silence. No warnings, no transmissions. Beams cut through escort hulls before alarms sound. Boarding pods slam into freighters, soldiers spilling out like shadows given form. Their screams echo through comms before static silences them. Within minutes, the convoy is gone, erased as though it never existed. The Concorde will hear only fragments, a transmission filled with terror. They're back. Humanity lives. The Concorde debates in chambers of polished glass, their voices rising in panic. I hear the intercepted transmissions. Impossible. Humans were extinguished. They cannot return. Their disbelief is sweet. They speak of ghosts, phantoms, rumors spun from shadows. But beneath their denial lies fear, raw and growing. They remember what humanity once was. Across their borders, patrols vanish into silence. Refugees whisper of black ships that glide without sound, soldiers who kill without hesitation. They dismiss it as superstition, yet fear spreads faster than truth. The Concorde does not yet accept that we live, but soon they will. Soon, denial will burn into terror. We strike again, this time at a military outpost orbiting a gas giant. Their defenses were formidable once, when we built them. Now, their weapons falter against ours. Our beams carve through alloy like fire through parchment. Not one distress beacon escapes. I stand on the bridge, silent, watching as our flag replaces theirs with shattered steel. The soldiers cheer, but I feel no triumph, only grim satisfaction. This base once trained humanity's allies, the same who turned their fleets on us. Their betrayal lingers in every broken wall. When my boots touch their decks, I whisper a vow to the dead. They will pay, all of them. Humanity's war is not conquest, it is justice. The conquered admirals do not sleep. Surveillance records show them pacing their war rooms, faces pale, voices trembling. They speak of a threat they cannot name. If the humans live, one says, then every fleet we command is already obsolete. They remember the old wars. They remember how humanity fought. Their fleets mobilize, yet I see weakness in every maneuver. Their ships move like lumbering beasts, their tactics slow, predictable. Against our ghost fleet, they are prey. Still they scramble, desperate to prove they are not afraid. But fear has already taken root. I can see it in their eyes. News spread like fire. Conquered fleets annihilated in silence, convoys reduced to wreckage, stations left in ruin. Their alliances begin to fracture. Species that once stood united now accuse each other. Old rivalries flare. Humanity has not fired upon them all, yet suspicion poisons every word. This is the revenge we dreamed of. Not only blood, but division. I watch it unfold from the bridge. Our intelligence officers smile as intercepted transmissions reveal chaos. The Concorde blames pirates, dissidents, even each other. But whispers of humans grow louder. Some deny us still. Others fear the truth. They all forget one thing. Whether they believe or not, humanity is already here. The time for shadows ends. From the ruins of a captured relay station, we broadcast a message across the stars. My voice carries through the void, steady, cold, undeniable. You betrayed us. You left us to burn. Now we return, not as victims, but as vengeance. Humanity never died. Across the galaxy, silence follows. Then panic. Fleets scramble. Governments tremble. Citizens whisper in horror. Our signal spreads faster than any lie, impossible to deny. The Concorde cannot erase it. They cannot silence us again. The galaxy knows the truth now. Humanity has returned. And we are not the same. They thought they understood warships and soldiers, orders and strategies. But when our ghost marines descend, they learn war anew. Armored in bioforged exoskeletons, our soldiers move with impossible precision. Their weapons hum with resonance fields that slice through alloy, their movements synchronized with AI whispers no outsider can hear. Prisoners captured at the Altheris outpost weep when describing them. faceless giants who kill in silence, whose eyes glow with cold light. They call them wraiths. Let them invent names. It matters little. What matters is that they now understand. Humanity has surpassed flesh. We are evolution armed. The Concord launches a counteroffensive. I watch from orbit as hundreds of their cruisers converge on a border system, banners blazing, commanders vowing vengeance. They broadcast threats into the void, demanding humanity surrender. Their arrogance is blinding. They still believe numbers grant them power, but they do not know the weapons we now wield. Beneath their feet, hidden in the system's asteroid belt, a sleeper drone swarms awakens. Thousands of black shards unfold, darting faster than any interceptor. By the time their fleets realize the trap, their comms scream with static and fire. An entire armada vanishes in under an hour. Our greatest triumph is not the ghost fleet, nor the soldiers, but the silence engines. Built in exile, these cores devour signals, smother sensors, bend light itself. A ship, cloaked in silence, does not exist until it strikes. The Concord's fleets fire blindly, missiles scattering into the void. When I first stood before a silence engine, I felt awe and fear. Its pulse hums like a living thing, whispering as if it knows the galaxy's secrets. We do not yet understand everything it can do, but we know enough. Against such power, no fleet can hope to prepare. Reports flood in. Entire border colonies abandoned overnight. Citizens flee at the rumor of humanity's approach. Planetary governments collapse before we arrive, surrendering to shadows rather than face us. The Concord's control fractures, world by world. We do not fire on civilians. We need not. Fear is sharper than bombardment. We move like a storm through their worlds, leaving silence in our wake. The Concord tried to erase us. Now their people whisper our name like a curse. Humanity has become the ghost haunting their every dream. Interceptors capture a conquered frigate fleeing its post. The captain begs for mercy, his words shaking. I remember Earth. I was there when they condemned you. I voted against it. Please, I always knew it was wrong. His voice trembles with both guilt and relief, as if confession alone might save him. But guilt changes nothing. Betrayal cannot be undone. I let him speak, let him drown in his own words, then order him confined. He will live, not as mercy, but as a witness. When the Concord collapses, I will need voices like his to spread the truth. Humanity does not forgive. Humanity remembers. The Concord finally awakens from its denial. Fleets once scattered now converge at rally points, forming an armada larger than any seen in centuries. They speak of unity, of vengeance, of erasing humanity again. I watch the broadcasts from their councils, their voices trembling with false conviction. But fear bleeds through their speeches. Their admirals speak louder than they should. Their eyes shift, their hands tremble. They build an army not out of strength but desperation. They know what we are now, and they know what waits for them in the dark. Their unity is nothing but cracks waiting to split. Spies move in silence. The Concord dispatches infiltration cells into neutral territories, searching for whispers of our hidden exile worlds. They offer fortunes for coordinates, power for betrayal. Some of our allied shadows vanish. Couriers, traitors, informants silenced before they can return. But for every spy they send, our ghost marines intercept too. We extract their memories with neural siphons, mapping their strategies before they unfold. Each captured spy whispers the same question before the end. Where did you hide all these years? None leaves with an answer. Our secrets remain buried in exile's silence. A conquered envoy broadcasts an offer of negotiation. They claim they wish for peace, that humanity's survival can be forgiven. The message is polished, diplomatic, yet behind their words I hear the venom. They seek only to buy time, to lure us into complacency. I ordered the envoy's ship shadowed but untouched. Let them carry their message through the galaxy. Let them believe we listen. For every day they waste in talks, our fleets grow stronger, our weapons more refined. Peace is a mask they wear poorly, and humanity has no interest in masks. For the first time, whispers of dissent reach me, from within our own fleet. A commander questions the path of vengeance, arguing for restraint, for survival without destruction. He claims humanity's survival is victory enough. His words ripple through the younger officers, those who never saw Earth burn. I do not silence him. Not yet. I watch, listen, and weigh his resolve. Betrayal once destroyed us, but unity forged us in exile. If cracks form now, I must know why. Perhaps his heart is weak, or perhaps he is the first thread of something darker, a traitor hidden among our own. The Concord makes its first real move. A fleet of 300 warships burns across the void toward a human outpost hidden near a dying star. Their commanders believe they strike first. That surprise grants them the upper hand. They are wrong. As their ships break orbit, the silence engines ignite. Our fleet materializes from the void like predators rising from deep water. The Concord's armada halts, weapons charging too late. In that moment, I send a single transmission. We remember. Then the skies burn with fire and silence, and the Concord learns what it means to face humanity reborn. After the burning of the Concord fleet, I stand before the Council of Captains. Their faces are carved in shadow, eyes burning with triumph, except for one. Commander Danar speaks again, his voice steady but dangerous. We risk becoming the monsters we swore to destroy. Must vengeance consume us all? Silence hangs heavier than steel. Some nod quietly, others glare with contempt. I do not answer. Humanity's unity has carried us this far, but doubt is a cancer. I feel its roots spreading, hidden yet sharp. If we fracture, we will bleed as we once did. I cannot allow it. The Concord reels from defeat, yet they do not surrender. Their scientists turn to archives sealed for centuries, technologies deemed too dangerous, too unstable. Forbidden research begins in secret. Weapons that warp space, soldiers grown in vats of unstable gene splicing. I watch intercepted transmissions. Their admirals whisper like frightened priests, invoking powers they cannot control. In their desperation to defeat us, they will tear holes in the galaxy itself. They fear humanity so greatly that they will unleash horrors upon themselves. It is both pathetic and dangerous. Reports reach me of sabotage. A weapons depot detonated before deployment. Surveillance logs erased by careful hands. Only one conclusion remains. Someone within our fleet has betrayed us. My blood runs cold. Betrayal destroyed us once before. History will not repeat. I summon the commanders, reading their faces as the accusations mount. Danar remains calm. Too calm. His words cut deeper than fire. Perhaps our enemy is not only outside these walls. His voice spreads doubt like poison. I cannot decide if he is a visionary or a traitor waiting to strike. In a distant sector, the Concord unveils its new weapon, the Black Sun, a reactor-driven superweapon capable of collapsing entire systems into a void. It is unstable, unpredictable, and monstrously destructive. Yet they aim it at us. The first test annihilates a barren moon, leaving only silence and a scar across the stars. Even our ghost marines falter at the sight of the transmission. The galaxy whispers in terror, not of humanity this time, but of the Concord's madness. They have become what they once accused us of, a threat to existence itself. I gather the fleet in solemn silence. Before them, I speak. They betrayed us once. Now they betray the galaxy itself. We will not allow the Black Sun to rise. My words are not only for the soldiers, but for myself. for the ghosts of Earth that haunt every decision. The soldiers respond as one, voices thundering in unison. Humanity remembers. The vow shakes the steel beneath our feet. Whatever cracks exist among us, whatever doubts whisper in the dark, the fleet still marches forward. The galaxy is on the edge of collapse, and we will decide how it falls. Another strike, another silent wound in our ranks. A communications relay goes dark just before an engagement, leaving one of our strike groups blind. They barely escape. This is no accident. It is deliberate sabotage. The traitor grows bolder. I study the fleet's faces as reports pour in. Who hides the knife? Danar remains calm. Too calm. His arguments of restraint now echo with suspicion. But doubt alone is not proof. If I act too soon, I risk splitting the fleet myself, and that would serve the traitor best. Conquered fleets form a shield around the black sun, a monstrosity anchored in orbit above a dead world. Its reactor pulses like a second star, bleeding crimson light across the void. Every calculation says the weapon is unstable. Every instinct says they will use it anyway. We intercept fragments of their orders. The black sun will fire on our hidden colonies, annihilating millions in an instant. Rage burns within me. Betrayal was one wound. But this would be extinction renewed. The Ghost Fleet cannot allow that weapon to breathe. We prepare the strike. The fleet moves, cloaked under silence engines, gliding between stars like predators waiting in shadow. Drones spread ahead, mapping conquered defenses, cataloging every patrol, every shield, every hidden turret. The black sun is a fortress, but fortresses fall. I speak to my soldiers before the assault. They betrayed us once. Now they threaten us all. The black sun will not rise. Their armored visors gleam in cold light. They do not cheer. They only nod. Silent, ruthless, certain. The galaxy will remember this night. The assault begins. Silence engines drop, revealing the Ghost Fleet in full terror. Our beams carve through conquered cruisers, their shields faltering in seconds. Boarding pods streak across the void, Marines tearing through hulls with precision. Yet the black sun stirs. Its core flares as if awakening, red light bleeding brighter, stronger. Concord commanders scream for more time, for the weapon to charge. Our window narrows. Every second risks a fire that could swallow entire systems. I order the fleet forward. We cannot hesitate. As our ships press the attack, disaster strikes. A hangar bay explodes aboard the Vigilant Dawn, one of our flagships. Hundreds of soldiers are lost before the battle even claims them. Sabotage again. Perfectly timed. The traitor has struck at the worst moment. But there is no time to grieve. The black sun looms, reactor flaring toward critical charge. My blood pounds with fury. Betrayed once by the galaxy, betrayed now by one of our own. But I swear this oath in the burning dark, neither the black sun nor the traitor will survive what comes next. The black sun fills my view screen, a sphere of writhing crimson energy chained by a lattice of steel. Its reactor hums across the void, a vibration felt in the bones. One mistake, one miscalculation, and entire star systems could vanish. I know the conquered believes it holds a god in its grasp, but gods are fickle, and this one is dying even as it awakens. The Ghost Fleet will carve through their guardians. The only question is whether we destroy the black sun, or whether it destroys us all. Our Marines storm the black sun's defense grid, armored boots slamming across decks lit by crimson light. Every corridor pulses with the reactor's heartbeat, walls sweating with heat. Concord soldiers fight like zealots, screaming prayers to a weapon they barely understand. But zealotry breaks against precision. Ghost Marines cut through defenders with surgical fury, their movements more machine than flesh. They carve a path to the control core. One squad reports success. Breaching charges primed. Victory feels close, too close. Alarms scream across the fleet. Our formation fractures. Navigation systems collapse under a sudden cascade of false commands. Ships drift into each other, weapons locking on friend instead of foe. It is sabotage, executed with chilling precision. And then the voice comes, across every comm channel, cold and familiar. Humanity cannot survive by vengeance alone. I will save us from ourselves. It is Commander Danar. The traitor steps from shadow to flame. His betrayal is no longer a whisper. It is war within our war. Danar commands a stolen cruiser, its weapons now turned upon our own. He does not flee, he challenges. His voice burns across comms. End this madness, Kalen. Humanity must live, not consume itself with revenge. His words spread like an infection, igniting hesitation in younger captains. But hesitation is death. I respond with fire. You call restraint survival? I call it surrender. We are forged in betrayal. We are not children hiding from fear. We are fear itself. Our fleets clash, not with the Concord, but with ourselves. Humanity's soul burns in the crossfire. Amidst our civil clash, the black sun stirs. Its core fractures under stress, unstable energy flaring outward. Even the Concord falls silent, their guns ceasing as dread fills every deck. For a heartbeat, all sides realize the truth. If the black sun detonates, none will survive. I seize the moment. I order every ship, friend, foe, traitor alike, to fire on the black sun itself. Beams converge, tearing through its bindings. Crimson light implodes, collapsing into silence. The black sun is no more, but our victory is poisoned. Danar lives and his rebellion festers in the fleet's heart. The void is quiet. Where the black sun once burned, only drifting shards remain, glowing like embers across the dark. The Concord retreats in silence, their fleets shattered, their faith broken. The weapon they pinned their hopes on is gone. Yet I cannot taste victory. The greatest wound lies not in the enemy's defeat, but in our own fracture. Commander Danar escaped, his followers scattering with him. The ghost fleet bleeds not from enemy fire, but from betrayal's knife. Conquered leaders convene in chaos. We intercept their transmissions, arguments, accusations, blame hurled like daggers. Some demand renewed war against us. Others whisper of retreat, of focusing on their own survival. Without the black sun, their unity cracks. I should rejoice at their weakness. Yet their division mirrors our own. Humanity, too, is split. Vengeance against restraint, fury against caution. If Danar builds his own fleet, we may face not one war, but two. I dispatch hunters into the void, cloaked vessels armed with silence engines, tasked with finding Danar. His rebellion cannot be allowed to spread. If he builds strength, he will undo everything humanity has fought to reclaim. But whispers return faster than truth. Civilians on fringe colonies speak of merciful humans, ships under Danar's banner that spare them, that promise peace instead of fire. He is rewriting humanity's image, stealing hearts even as he betrays us. To counter Danar, we unveil weapons hidden even from our own captains, relics of exile never tested in open war. Singularity, lances that pierce shields as if they were mist. Storm drones, swarms that devour entire fleets in minutes. Power born from desperation, sharpened for extinction. When my officers see them, awe mixes with unease. We built these for survival, one whispers, not for annihilation. Perhaps he is right, but survival demands annihilation. Against traitors, against conquered, against anyone who dares to forget, humanity's strength must be absolute. Danar speaks again, this time in a broadcast carried across half the galaxy. His face is calm, his voice unshaken. I am not your enemy. I am humanity without vengeance. Kalen Vare leads us into endless blood. Follow me, and we will live. His words ripple like poison. I watch in silence, fists clenched. He dares to speak of life when he betrayed the dead who burned on earth. He dares to offer mercy when mercy is what doomed us once before. The line is drawn. Humanity now has two faces. One forged of vengeance, the other of restraint. Only one will survive. Scattered transmissions reveal Daynar's fleet gaining followers. Planets once loyal to the Ghost Fleet pledge allegiance to him, enticed by promises of mercy and peace. Each defection is a knife in our side, a fracture in the unity forged in exile. I study the faces of my captains. Some whisper doubt, others demand immediate pursuit. But Daynar does not fight as we do. He strikes with cunning, diplomacy, and restraint. His power grows quietly, like poison seeping through veins. Humanity may soon fight itself entirely. The Concord senses opportunity. Fragmented humans are easier prey than unified ones. Fleets concentrate on border systems, attacking minor colonies, exploiting fear. They speak of negotiations with Daynar, hoping to divide humanity before we can strike back. Their arrogance is breathtaking. They fail to understand that whether vengeance or mercy leads, humanity is already a storm. They hope to contain us, but storms cannot be caged. Still, their movements complicate our hunt. The enemy multiplies in unexpected ways. The Ghost Fleet itself is tense. Young captains argue over morality, over whether we should seek Daynar or focus on Concord remnants. Discontent simmers. I remind them that betrayal once nearly destroyed us. Indecision now could do the same. I convene a council on the vigilant dawn. The air is thick with unspoken fear. Are we fighting Daynar or the Concord, or ourselves? Every hesitation risks blood. Every choice risks more. Humanity's war is no longer just against enemies. It is against doubt itself. A border system becomes the stage for humanity's first direct clash. Daynar's fleet emerges, guns silent but engines flaring. Our Ghost Marines brace for combat, but hesitation ripples across our lines. Their weapons are identical to ours, their tactics eerily familiar. The first salvo fires, not from Concord, but from one of Daynar's ships. Shields flare. Lives are lost. For the first time, humans kill humans in open space. I feel a cold realization. This war will leave no heart untouched, no conscience unscarred. As battle rages, I watch young soldiers falter, confusion flashing in their eyes. How do you fight those who share your blood, your training, your memories? The fleet staggers under the shock. The Concord watches, calculating, exploiting. Yet, even amid loss, our resolve hardens. I send word to the fleet. Focus on strategy, not vengeance. We strike to end this division. The message barely reaches some before Daynar's forces counterattack. Humanity's war has begun in earnest, and the galaxy has never seen such a storm. The battle rages across 3 sectors. Ghost Fleet against Daynar's Splinter Fleet, while Concord remnants fire from the sidelines. Beams of crimson and blue streak through the void. Each strike carries a weight heavier than before. These are not strangers. These are humans, carrying the same blood, the same legacy. Marines scream across comms as boarding pods breach hulls. Ships collide in silent arcs, twisting metal like paper. Every loss stings. Every victory tastes bitter. Humanity has become a storm capable of destroying itself, and the galaxy watches, frozen in disbelief. The Conquered seizes the moment. Secret carriers emerge from shadow systems, loaded with weapons of mass devastation, experimental technology salvaged from centuries of forbidden archives. Their goal: wipe both human fleets from the stars in one decisive strike. I intercept fragments of their plan. The scale is terrifying. Entire colonies could vanish, fleets vaporized, all hope extinguished. We must strike fast, or humanity, fractured and furious, may perish before settling its own score. Danar boards a captured human cruiser, sending a direct transmission to me. You cling to revenge like a child clinging to a dagger. Open your eyes, Kalen. You fight shadows instead of threats. His voice echoes through the void like ice. I watch his fleet maneuver, coordinated with almost prophetic precision. He has turned every lesson we taught him against us. The traitor is no longer a whisper. He is a force, a reflection of what humanity could have become without fire, without vengeance. The galaxy teeters on the edge of annihilation. Human fleets bleed across sectors. Concord experimental weapons ignite, tearing voids in space. Planets tremble, moons shatter, and stars flare from the chain reactions. Nothing will survive if this continues. I issue an impossible command. Focus on Danar. Contain the Concord. Every officer hesitates. The cost is unthinkable. Yet I know the truth. Humanity cannot survive fractured forever. One path must dominate. One vision must win. The storm must be tamed, or all fall with it. The first decisive engagement begins. Our ghost fleet strikes Danar's central command formation. Ships twist and flare, shields erupt, Marines crash through hulls in silence. Humanity fights itself, yet I see the lines begin to harden, the side of vengeance, of survival, of memory. Every beam, every pulse carries the weight of the dead. Every order echoes betrayal and trust. As Danar's forces falter, I know the galaxy is watching. Humanity's legend grows, terrible and unbroken. We are both the storm and the reckoning, and no star will ever forget our return. Danar's forces are cornered near a shattered star cluster. His fleet moves like a shadow through debris, striking at the edges of ours. Every maneuver is precise, every strike calculated. He fights not for vengeance, but for ideology. And the fleet hesitates, unsure if they face friend or enemy. I push forward with the ghost fleet, ignoring hesitation. Every ship that falters will be replaced by determination. Every soldier reminded of the dead who forged our vengeance. Humanity will survive, not through mercy, not through compromise, but through resolve sharpened by betrayal. The Concord launches a final gambit. Superweapon arrays ignite near the outer rim, destabilizing several systems in a single sweep. Entire fleets crumble as space bends under experimental gravitic weapons. Civilian colonies vanish in bursts of fire. We intercept some of their assaults, but not all. The cost is staggering. Yet even as devastation spreads, humanity's internal war does not pause. Survival and vengeance collide in the void, a storm no outsider can predict or control. I remember the Earth we lost, burned, betrayed, erased. That memory drives every move, every order. The fleet charges forward with the fury of centuries. Our soldiers more than human, vessels more than machines. We are a reckoning forged in exile. Even Danar falters under the force of memory. He hesitates, unsure if ideology can compete with the raw power of vengeance incarnate. In that pause, we strike with precision. Humanity's storm does not forgive, and it does not forget. Danar's fleet begins to fracture under relentless pressure. His followers waver, loyalty crumbling as the Ghost Marines push deeper into his core command. The traitor himself retreats to a flagship surrounded by fire and silence. The Concord's superweapons begin to fail under strain, destabilized by the chaos of human-on-human war. Systems ripple, stars flare, and the void itself seems to recoil. The galaxy trembles as humanity finally shows its terrifying true strength, unyielding, relentless, and utterly united when survival demands it. The final assault on Danar's flagship begins. Boarding pods slam into the hull, Soldiers storming corridors that were once home to friends, now enemies. Every step is a battle of conscience as much as of arms. I face Danar in the command chamber. His eyes, calm and resolute, meet mine. "This could have been peace," he says. I answer only with steel. Humanity has no place for compromise when survival and memory demand vengeance. The clash will decide the future of the galaxy, and whether humanity truly endures. The command chamber is a tomb of steel and red light. Danar stands at the core console, every weapon in the fleet aimed at us. His calm is maddening, a mirror to the chaos surrounding him. Time slows as we face one another. Soldiers poised, beams humming, lives suspended. I step forward, voice echoing over comms. "This ends tonight, Danar. You betray the past, the future, and every soul that survived." His reply is a whisper and a smile. "I am humanity unbound by vengeance. You cannot win." Then the clash begins, mind, machine, and memory colliding in deadly precision. Marines storm corridors, fire and metal clashing, ghosts against ghosts. Danar's elite guard meets ours with equal skill. Every strike carries the weight of history, betrayal, and survival. The fleet shakes as weapons unleash, a symphony of destruction across the void. I confront Danar at the core, his hand on the override. I strike with both steel and will, forcing him back. He is brilliant, fast, lethal, but my resolve is older, tempered by loss and forged in exile. This is not just combat. It is humanity's trial by fire. Danar falls. Not in mercy, not in hatred, but in recognition. He sees that vengeance alone sustains humanity. His final words are quiet. "Do not let this destroy you, Kalen. Remember who we are." Then, silence. The fleet stops, suspended between grief and relief. Soldiers stare at one another, eyes reflecting the loss and cost of war. Even amid victory, humanity feels the weight of what it became. The storm we unleashed, the shadows we fought among ourselves. With Danar gone, the Ghost Fleet consolidates. Concord remnants retreat, broken and terrified. The galaxy watches, silent as humanity rises, not as victims, not as legends, but as a force reshaping the stars themselves. We return to hidden colonies, repairing, rebuilding, remembering. Yet every world we pass whispers of fear and awe. Humanity is alive, relentless, and transformed. The galaxy may never forgive or forget, and we will not apologize. Engines roar once more, this time not from exile but from dominance reclaimed. Humanity has survived betrayal, internal war, and near extinction. The fleet moves as one, stronger, faster, sharper, an unbroken storm. I, Admiral Kalen Vare, look to the stars and speak to the ghosts of Earth. We have returned. We are more than survival. We are humanity reborn. The galaxy trembles at our shadow, and for the first time in decades the universe knows we never truly died. The end. Thank you for watching AstroMyths. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button and subscribe for more epic sci-fi tales, cosmic mysteries, and mind-bending myths. And if you like this story, or have a myth, mystery, or galaxy you'd like us to explore, drop your ideas in the comments. We're always listening. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your mind open to the unknown.